You know what?
Background
This
credit
only
and
this only
receipts.
reinforces my confirmational bias that people like to seem to think I have about women's thought process. So I heard something the other day that kind of threw me for a loop because all of a sudden in 2024, the year of the Mamba is going crazy too. It, y'all telling me that women are the most advanced that they've ever been, the most educated, the most financially driven, the most free that they've ever been, but relationships are so confusing. And we even got to the point now that women don't even know themselves. This, that they got to find themselves and heal. I'm not saying men don't need to heal, but I'm saying we're talking specifically about what women say. So when I heard this, I need y'all to explain this to me.
Women really need their time to learn and grow with themselves. First, you got to know who you are. You got to know what you like. You got to know what kind of man you like. You're not going to learn that at 18 or 19. I mean, there's a few of us who may figure that out early, but the majority of us, it takes a long time to really figure out what we're doing in this life. And while it is important, to like find love and a husband and this, that, and the other, you need to learn yourself first. Because if you go out here and get married earlier, like you don't know yourself, how that man gonna know you if you don't know yourself? How is he gonna love you if you don't know how to love yourself?
You know how many women I knew
I
better
don't
than
know
they
what the
knew
hell that heifer
themselves?
talking
What you
about.
talking about?
I don't know what that heifer talking about. Don't you put
Because
that
how you
heifer
gonna
back on
learn
that screen.
yourself by yourself? Like the only way to learn
She
yourself and
sounds
what you
stupid.
like is to experience it.
I shouldn't have said that about the sister. She
Wait,
sound like that wasn't a very educated or thought out answer.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Did you just hear the ass backwards shit? You ain't hear how the whole thing contradicted itself?
Mm-hmm.
All
Indeed.
right. A man's job. Okay, let's just say this is, the ultimate man and he's good at what he do. Man's job is to watch. Same thing it is for a woman to watch their opposite, what they like, what they don't like, what they're into, what they're not into. Certain men know their women's shoe sizes, ring sizes. They're just for no reason. They know her favorite color. They know her birthday. This is all information and intel they took in. So
her
when it's time for them
period.
to shine, they shine. So
Y'all will
he
deal with that.
he's
I
supposed to be getting to know you, ma'am. And if you don't know yourself by 18,
hmm.
something is very wrong with that picture. That's why people are identifying as sheeps and other shit that they
Right.
identifying as.
Ah, not sheep.
Girl, what they say? Don't they pansexual? I'm attracted to anything that has a heartbeat. There's people really identifying as sheeps out here. This is why everything's so freaking confusing because
Mhm.
people and their conversation, their thought process. Come on, how does that work? That makes no sense.
It
If you don't
didn't.
know yourself by if you don't know yourself by 14, and what I mean by yourself is you don't know your likes and your dislikes by 14, who raised you? What where was you at? Was you under the ground? Was you not in elementary school, junior high school, high
14.
school? Did you not see the other kids? Did you not test drive the cake and figure out which flavor you like?
You don't go through puberty till like what? Go through it like through till 16 or something like that.
But what she's saying is for you to figure out yourself. Puberty has nothing to do with figuring out yourself. Figuring out yourself is knowing what you into, what you like, what you don't like, how you want to be treated, what you don't like, which usually starts, with the father in the home. You know what type of man, if you do have one, you know what type of man that you probably be into because you don't see an example of one. But if you didn't, once again, by about 14, 15, you pretty much know yourself. But the only thing you're
Yeah.
doing is growing extra characters and characteristics to yourself as you get older. By 18, if you don't know what type of nigga you like is he chocolate? Is he brown skin? I like tall boys. I like short boys. What bitch by 18 ain't know what type of nigga she was into?
The crazy thing, like my mom got married at 19, and that was common when she got married. And those are the people that stayed married like 40, 50, 60 years. So I'm trying to understand how are these new women so clueless of who they are, but they have all these things going for them. Like,
Because these
help me
generations are
understand.
watered down and these some weak ass motherfuckers that we are. Our generation, us, them, the ones that can't get it together. We the weak ones. We watered down. We've been shit. These husband and wives that stayed together and died, you know how much struggle they went through? Slave trades, sending their bitch in one direction. I got to go find her in another country, working 3 jobs just so mom could stay at home and raise the kids and make sure that there's food on the table and my clothes is washed and the bills are paid. It was a system that worked together. These bitches don't know whether they should be wearing the pants or the skirts. Shit has changed. I'm going to say this again. This is a bunch of weak ass fucking... Please don't, no disrespect to nobody on here or nobody in this world. We are not as strong as those generations. They went through way worse than we went through. They were in the middle of oppression, my nigga, and their marriages still survived. Like, y'all gotta tell me, y'all can't tell me a marriage was easier back then than what it is now. You had civil wars and everything. Shit, niggas was leaving, going to the Navy and come back to like 10 years later, still got a wife who never moved on. Because she was that loyal. I swear to God, her man was still alive. I'm just being real with you. What's being said out here now is not about keeping the families alive. Like, everybody doing what they want to do. But what old girl talking about? By 19, your mother knew that she wanted to marry her husband. Her husband and her been together, all the kids by the same damn daddy, even if they weren't. Back in the day, even when these niggas thought that this child wasn't theirs, they still raised it like it was theirs and kept their mouth the fuck closed. Now, I'm not saying that's right, but I'm saying that's the difference in the dynamic now.
First, you got to know who you are. You got to know what you like. You got to know what kind of man you like. You're not going to learn that at 18 or 19. I mean, there's a few.
Is she justifying the whole phase right here?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I will agree. Yes, she is. And coming from a hoe, yes, she is. I told y'all I ain't right. I'm going to tell you when I'm dead ass wrong, and I'm going to tell you that's really literally how I feel. And I don't care that it's wrong, but I'm standing on it because that's how I feel. But she's basically saying it's okay to be a hoe to go figure out what the fuck you want. Says all the bitches with AIDS, STD, herpes, all types of crazy.
No, just multiple kids, mismatched kids.
Bitch can't even find her baby daddy. What you talking about? 16 niggas.
Few of us who may figure that out early, but the majority of us, it takes a long time to really figure out what we're doing in this life. And while it is important, you know, to like find love and a husband and this, that, and the other, you need to learn yourself first. Because if you go out in here and get married earlier, like, you don't know yourself, how that man gonna know you? If you...
So she basically saying, put it all off till later, and then go find yourself, have this whole phase, and then some man will be able to love you because you'll know who you is after you done slept with all these people.
After you done stretched out that hole so bad, it's like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Vivica Fox. I mean,
and this is coming from a hoe. And just know, it ain't a hot dog down the hallway. I was discriminatory with my wholeness, okay? I was picky and choosy with my shit. I was hoeing with the same nigga for like 3 years straight. I wasn't hoeing with nobody else, just him. Shit, probably had a bitch wife. I don't fucking know.
You don't know yourself. How is he gonna love you if you don't know how to love yourself? How is he gonna put up with you if he ain't put up with himself?
The way a man could do that is if he already knows how to love himself. Man that knows how to love himself, that was raised from love, then he has the ability to have the patience and know what boundaries that he's going to cross and what he's not going to cross, and give you the love that you need from straight, just directly. So he doesn't have to be on the same level as you. I mean, of course, it makes it easier and more fruitful if you both are like that. But if you do choose to be with somebody that was raised from survival, then you know you're equipped with the tools to do so.